Hello, here at Chabad in Town we're always trying to come up with new and innovative ways to touch people Jewishly. So for this week's email, instead of a text email, I'm going to share a Torah thought on YouTube, Jewish YouTube. In this week's Torah portion, we read the story of how Aaron and Moses come to Pharaoh by God's instruction to instruct Pharaoh to let my people go. To assert their authority, they perform a number of wonders, one of which is throwing Aaron's staff on the floor, and Aaron's staff miraculously turns into a snake. The Egyptian sorcerers are not to be outdone, so they too take their staffs and throw them on the floor, and they also turn into a snake. And then the Torah tells us that the staff of Aaron swallowed the snakes of the Egyptians. After Aaron's staff had turned back into a snake, it then went and swallowed the snakes of the Egyptian. How interesting is that? What is the Torah trying to tell us? Why this particular detail of Aaron's staff turning back into a staff before it consumes and swallows the snakes of the Egyptian sorcerers? Aaron, our tradition tells us, is a lover of peace and a pursuer of peace. Aaron's life was dedicated to bringing harmony between husband and wife, between man and man, between woman and woman, and humans with other humans. And in life, we all have influence on others, be it our children, our spouse, our congregation, our employees, our friends. We all have influence over some people in life. And the influence usually, ideally, is about helping them become better people, more effective at their work, more effective at their jobs, a better mensch, and so on. Sometimes that responsibility of influencing others requires sternness. We have to lay down the law, we have to discipline, and so on. Well, when that happens, one can oftentimes become confused between the motivation for what they're doing and the actual act. The confusion between the drive to love a person and sometimes need to influence them sternly versus the actual sternness of the discipline. Aaron's story teaches us as follows. The love, the staff, the sternness that we sometimes have to mete out we always need to recognize that it's the staff of Aaron. It comes from a place of love. If the sternness that you're meting out, if the discipline that you're meting out has lost its love, then it's no longer discipline, it becomes abuse. And even when the discipline needs to come across as being disciplined, coming from a place of love, the edge on the discipline should not be venomous. It should not be the venom of a snake, but rather the love of one who truly cares and wants the betterment of the individual. This is what the Torah is teaching us in this week's Torah portion. And now, for some service announcements. Next week, January 23rd, Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock, Chabad in Town begins the next series, the next offering of the Jewish Learning Institute, an 8-week course called The Kabbalah of Character, taught by our very own Rabbi Ari Solish. Please go to myjli.com, myjli for Jewish Learning Institute.com to learn more about this course and or to register. Also, next Friday evening, January 26th, is our annual Shabbat dinner. Please join us for a community dinner complete with song, story, Torah thought, and a wonderful warm sense of community. To register for the Shabbaton, please go to our website, www.chabadintown.org. That's chabadintown.org. Thank you for listening and have a Shabbat Shalom.